To the GME community, it's been a long battle. Fudge, shills, corrupt hearings, corrupt politicians and regulators, smoke and mirrors and a front row seat to the greatest clown show on planet Earth. Hey yo, whoops, let's get it, they ain't ready. About to open up a can on Mafia Don Kennedy. Short position heavy, you walk the edge of machete. The premiums at margin is calling them already. And Jeff Yas taking the loss. Susquehanna going down to the tune of Ricker Spades and bananas. Wonder how much stamina Mafia got left. Gonna bind DRS till we beat you to death. DTCC, screw the booch, big time. Jaw, you something the big doodle this time. Processing the split wrong, deliver it. In the words of Wooch, couldn't deliver it. So they splitting it absent, the dividend. Way to let us know that the MOAS is imminent. So evident, overwhelming the evidence. Share swim infinity pool lasts forever, man.
We by GME to DRS, our shares is our destiny.
By holding DRS, we're golden.
We by GME to DRS, our shares is our destiny.
Bought up all the synthetic shares, they short sold them.
Yeah, time to deliver it. Hands turning straight into diamonds, they're shimmering. Smile on the air, but behind scenes they're quivering. Games coming soon with the mutable and it's simmering. Yeah, and I can't wait till they release that. On the marketplace, collect the pieces like I'm B-Strat. And you know I need that. Come and spin the wheel like Kyoto. GME run the game and you know so. I'm on a rant like Marantz. The financial situation of the shorts is advanced. It's a sham, it's a mockery, a land full of gluttony. Victor in California told Jimmy Chill to suck on these. These runs are just a gentle tease. They short the ETFs, rack up the STDs. Feels like I'm on DMT, Wooch and DMT. Shout out to DFB. I be like,
we by GME to DRS, our shares is our destiny.
By holding DRS, we're golden.
yeah.
We by GME to DRS, our shares is our destiny.
Bought up all the synthetic shares, they short sold them.
Sold them, I hold them while it's getting swollen. Daniel W. has got the memes of the Cohen. Dave Lowry, the investors are so emboldened. Take back the power, collectors are in control. And time to get busy. Tinfoil theories, dizzy market dilly. Super stock broken down, get the word around town. Wooch and DMT up in the ears, turn it up now. And holla what now?
Swinging around, go for chucks like Kung Pao. The MOAS coming the world, be like wow. Not looking pretty for finance committee. Time to wake up, Keith, Rourke, and Kitty right now. Tried to warn media looking the other way. They like there is no war here in Ba Sing Se. I'm like, okay, don't escape Pompeii. There's a fork in history, you headed the wrong way.
We by GME to DRS, our shares is our destiny.
By holding DRS, we're golden.
Yeah.
We by GME to DRS, our shares is our destiny.
Bought up all the synthetic shares, they short sold them. By holding DRS, we're golden. By holding DRS, we're golden. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. No advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow. That knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence. Know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all. The wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Kenny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superposition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz.
Good Friday.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. We are live right now on YouTube, TikTok, you name it. I'm live in your heart. A lot of you guys are going to watch this rerun because it is Friday. You guys are probably working right now. I see some of you guys are in meetings. It says listening, but stuck in a meeting. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Shout out to Derek being here. Happy birthday to Amber and the whole crew. How you guys doing? I know the market's doing this thing that I call deaf investing. If you're not familiar with deaf investing is, have you ever seen two deaf people like argue? You know, if you're not familiar with this, deaf people, they do hand and sign signals, right? They do signing. And when they argue, because they don't want to hear somebody else's point, they just close their eyes. I said all my shit I'm going to say, and I'm not going to hear you. And that's what the hell the stock market's doing right now. They're closing their eyes to GameStop. They're closing their eyes to the value you see in it. Yet I wake up every day religious. I wake up every day excited. Eyes open. Eyes wide shut. That's what the hell we're doing here. And I'll tell you why. There's a small little company out there that's not getting the right value. Oh, did you see Lululemon? Did I make that video? Did I not talk about Lululemon 2 years ago, calling it overvalued? I said, where does this multiple come from? I don't care how great a company is. Trading more than 5x book, trading outrageous in retail? In retail. You're talking about that shit where you bring it up to the counter, they scan it, you pay them, and you walk out. They unpack it, they put it on the shelves. That's retail, right? I'm just making sure. 5x sounds pretty damn good to me, by the way. By the way. They're trading 5x on book now that they dropped down $40 a share after earnings last night. Who called that one, Marantz? Well, sir, it was you with the candlestick in the kitchen. It was the butler. The butler did it. Yeah, we did that shit. I told you what it was. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I just got in an argument with some dude on TikTok, some investor hub. That's what he calls himself. I had to block him, guys. I can't take it. I can't surround myself with ignorance. Like, I don't block people because they talk shit to me. Right? Like, if you came up to me on YouTube or TikTok and you're like, hey, bro, I don't like your dimples. I don't like your face. I'm like, okay. So remember this. In the world of being a content creator, yes, content creator, right? Almost 5 years doing this shit. Almost 4,000 videos, over 5 million views on YouTube. All this good shit that we've done right here on this channel from ground one, right? Everything. First, you go unnoticed. That's the first thing that happens. You go unnoticed. You go see bigger platforms, and they don't want to talk to you. Who are you? You have no credibility. You haven't been doing this long enough, and then they shit on you. It's like trying to get a job where they're like, "Do you have any experience?" Well, you need to have experience to get this position. Well, hold on. How do I get experience if I can't get experience? It's like that in YouTube world, okay, in content creation world. So first step is being unnoticed. All right, got you. We passed that part. Then it's the ridicule part. That's the part we're in right now. Oh, I don't like him. He's fat. He's old. He's got gray hair. He's got a bald spot. Shit, stop talking about Rico Nose. Can you guys stop this shit? You guys, it's not nice. It's not nice you guys be talking about it. But anyway, so go to the ridicule spot. That's where we're at right now. Look at this guy's house. Look at the way he dresses. Yeah, I'm wearing the freshest merch. Marantz Rantz merch on YouTube. It's right there in the shop. You guys can find it on the back of it. It says Marantz Rantz. Here, man, I'll show you. Oh, my goodness gracious, guys. I don't know if you guys see it, but it's there. It's there. It's nice. Yeah. Don't worry. Shit runs a little tight. This is an XL. I'm just being real with you guys. XL, and it's like a Snuggie. Whew. But it's there. And I'm wearing it. I'm in the house sweating, bros, for you. Shit used to be white, now it's yellow. Don't ask. Anyway, do you think it's going to keep getting lower, or do you think it's a good time to buy in right now? Kenneth, what are we talking about? Are we talking about GameStop, the stock? Over here on TikTok, they're asking questions, and we've got answers. Okay, first off, it's kind of like this argument that I had about Tesla, right? So Tesla, the innovation of Tesla, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, it trades at a 200 PE ratio. Why would I buy it? It's a Mag 7 company that trades at a 200 PE ratio. It means it'll take 200 years to get back the value that I'm paying for it. It already trades at a crazy amount of book. You know there's only like $6 per share at Tesla? $6 cash per share. Go do the math. Please tell me how much money that's not, and we'll have that conversation. GME is the question. You're asking about GameStop if you think it's going to be getting lower than it is right now. You see, I don't know your entrance. I don't know your time horizon. I don't know why you want to buy or what you have going on. It's hard for me to tell people to invest in a GameStop. I don't do it. That's not how I do this show. That's not how I do my life. I don't walk around saying, you need to buy GameStop and that's it. That's not what I'm doing. I'm telling you there's simple measurables that you can compare and contrast one investment versus the other. And if you find great value and great entry for you, if it suits your risk assessment, then you get in wherever you want to get in. You personally. Me personally, I know that they hold over $20 a share cash. Per share cash is over $20 a share. We're talking about straight cash versus the share count. So if I know I can get $20 cash per share, a net position, you're looking at $22.69 for a share. I mean, what am I paying for the company? $2.69 for a company that makes profit? For a company that has a float of $447 million? Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to buy this company for more than $1 billion. considering the cash, right? So is the cash going to go up? You're damn right it is. It's going up this quarter. It's going up next quarter too, and the quarter after that. So after 4 years of this, we're going to be sitting here, and we're going to be having a different conversation. Okay, we had this same conversation a year ago. If you guys are familiar with the year ago, let me explain it to you. GameStop 1 year ago was a $10 stock. Wall Street wrote it off. Everybody gave it valuation of $6 a share because the book value was $5 a share. So they gave it a price target of 6. All right, listen to me. I went out there every day on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok, and I battled with the best of them about valuations and fair value for GameStop. Nobody believes me. Everybody fought me. Hell, we'll take Pharma Bro Martin Scarelli, fresh out of prison. Did a debate with him on the show right in front of you guys, and I didn't give him an inch to talk. I let it rip on him. He tried to play it off as in, what are you talking about? I see $6. By the time we were done talking, he said, all right, maybe 30. He bought it the next day at 40. You guys know this. He even said it himself. Do you know why they don't call it a $6 stock anymore? Because GameStop's sitting on a mountain full of cash. That's why. So now the new number is $13. So in 1 year to the next, analysts have gone up 100% on their valuation of GameStop. What has the stock done? The stock has gone up 100% from $10 to $22 now. So yes, we're up big, 120% from last year to this year. So let's have that conversation. Is it worth $22? Absolutely not. And a year from now, I have a great feeling, based off of fundamentals and pressure and time, this stock will be trading another 100% from today. So yes, I think it'll be trading over $40 a share by this time next year. You can quote me on that. You can write it down. It's too easy. If they were to hold this down for another year at this price, the whole world is going to own it. If you guys are not familiar with this price of $22.71, over the last 3 months, you have a change in actual position from institutional investors, accredited investors, anybody with a wealth of over $1 million and just bigger forms of money, right? You would think of pension plans. All of them are buying into GameStop. State funds, family funds, private equity funds, everybody's buying in on GameStop right now. And GameStop's institutional ownership has increased over 100% from that $10 price point all the way up to now at 22. They've increased over 100%. So Wall Street's on board. Everyone's buying what they can without making a splash. So yeah, I think it's a good investment right now. Next question is XRP, guys. They're asking about XRP. I'll tell you what. Show me a balance sheet. Show me the income statement. Show me the cash flow chart for XRP. I'm going to play this game with you idiots out there. For all of you people out there pushing out crypto, yes, you can make money off of crypto. You can make money off of sports betting. You can also make money prostituting. XRP is not an investment. It is a gamble. It's a wild, wild west, and it's not regulated. There's no one to blame when you have your losses. There's no adaptability, zero reason to own it. That's how I feel about cryptocurrency. Okay? You'll understand one day when you come up with the idea. Stop buying someone else's dream. You're going to pump it for them, and you're going to get dumped on. Were we here with Me Joe Loco? I did a whole interview. Twitter, or TikTok, go look it up. It's pinned to the top of my damn page on TikTok. The Me Joe Loco interview. I went through the whole bullish run on XRP. What should I do, Marantz? Told her every which way to invest. Told her how to do it, what to do, how to educate. She came out of that and she sold everything and she never came back. Who knows what she's doing with her life? Me Joe Loco. If you had to choose between Sumbrian or Moonbrian, now that's a good question. There we go. I would take... Well, I wouldn't choose either of them. I would take Gold Star Umbreon right here. This is what I would take. I would take this card right here, but not the Pop Series 25th anniversary one. This one's only worth about $400. I would take the original one from 2008, 2007, Gold Star, because it's worth about $50,000 right now. That's one I would take. But if you're asking, throw me a Moonbrion. Appreciate all the info and knowledge you teach us. 51 gang. Benjamin, thank you so much for the super chat there. That $5 goes towards the piggy bank. If you guys do not know, I'm doing YouTube full time. So now you know. I'm a full-time YouTuber. Every view, every click, every like, subscribe, and a thumbs, that goes towards me making this a reality. So it's been a dream of mine. I didn't know when I wanted to do it. Talked to the wife if we could afford to do it, and we've come to the conclusion that we can. So that's what we're transitioning towards slowly, and I'm doing the best I can. So thank you guys so much. Of course, you guys seen the uptick in content, so that's really cool too. Gold stars are too fire. Thank you. I got 2 of them behind me. Chainlink, see the vision. There you go, Chainlink. I don't know which one it is. At 52, would you pull all money out of S&P? If yes, put it where? Ooh, Tuck. That sounds like a really good financial question. And let me start the show again. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, whole lot of truth, no financial advice. So, if I'm 52, and what would I put would you pull all of your money out of the S&P? Me personally, I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I have half of my retirement fund in T. Rowe Price. I have an additional half of my retirement fund in Costco stock. I have my cash account is in GameStop. That's as honest as I can be. I do have a Wells Fargo checking account. So does my wife. But let's see. I currently own, it's right here. It's always going to be here, right behind me. It says right here, I have $32,055.19 of GameStop. That stands for 1,309 shares. And my cost average is $24.49. So if you guys are ever wondering, are we digging a little deep? Are we going a little bit more? Go back to my last couple of streams, and you guys will have seen that total rise from 28, 29. Last year, this time frame, I think I was like at 19,000, 18,000. So I've gone up around 14,000 in the last 13 months put into the stock. And I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. I have a big thing coming up right now where I've managed to sell off some shares of some other stuff, and hopefully it works out. If it works out the way I want it to, I could increase all that all the way up. I'll take a stab at it. We'll see. Maybe I can get it to 40,000 within the next couple months, and we'll go from there. Probably 50,000. It depends. Really depends. It all depends on whatever I'm tracking at the time. But I want to put a lot of money into GameStop. Obviously, I've always wanted to my whole career. It's just what I'm allowed to do versus what I can do, what I can't do. Shares that are available to sell versus not. A lot of financial questions, a lot of tax questions. And, if you sell something or if you roll out of something and you're making a profit, they'll come for you. So $10. Thank you, Doovie. It says, congratulations on going full-time rants. That is huge. Yeah, I've had so many well wishes from everyone congratulating me and telling me, good luck. I know you can do this. Like, stay on it, stay focused. And I actually had a coworker of mine reach out to me this morning, text me. And think about this coworker. I haven't talked to this coworker in like months. And the coworker texts me a picture of GameStop, the store, this morning. And I have it. It's in my phone. I would show you, right? And I'll post it on the Discord just so you guys know the picture that she took. And she put on there, look at the line outside of GameStop this morning. And of course, it's a launch day for a restock of Pokemon cards. It's Friday. So they're giving out some more ETBs or packages or whatever. Remember, if you have a GamePro membership, you get to buy double the amount. But there was people outside, families outside, in their chairs, lounge chairs, everything. Everybody was wrapped around the building. And she's like, wow, you were right. Like, there's people out there that said I didn't know what I was talking about when it came to GameStop. And then we're talking about 4 years ago. You too. You guys, they told you didn't know what you were talking about. And or they'll check on you when the price goes down and they're not understanding your mentality. Your mentality is to buy more. I want to buy more of it. You're not going to get me off of it. I think the stock price is going to go up. Obviously, after earnings on Tuesday, I think that at some point within the next month or two, we'll be flirting with $34, $32 a share. It's a big improvement from today. That's going to be, for every $3, you're looking at around 10%. So if it goes all the way up to 30, you're looking for a good run, 32 run. You're looking for about 30 to 40% increase on the stock. A lot of people know that it's going to happen or that it should happen, but I've seen markets push prices down, value down. Ryan does an offering for more cash, which would be phenomenal for me. I'm going to tell you guys now, I know that the majority or the bulk of people on Twitter, on Reddit, on TikTok, and on YouTube would have something negative to say if GameStop raised cash this quarter. I'm not going to be one of them. I hope they raise cash. In an environment that it's overvalued and you're still returning 4% on fixed rates, I would definitely take cash. You're not afforded the discount, right? But on your profit margin, on the net profit of a company, what we call the very bottom, it'll say operation margin and then profit margin. And when your profit margin is already at 4%, tag that. Tag anything above 4%, and that's your company. Because right now, that's how much cash GameStop's generating off of that massive cash flow. Remember that if you're averaging 10% returns, it only takes 7 years to double your money. So if you start out with $100,000 and you're making back 10% a year, after 7 years, it will have combined and run through and you have doubled your money. So listen clearly. GameStop has $9 billion. If they can somehow generate a 10% return on that cash deployed and or invested, they can double their position in cash after 7 years. That's just math. I know some of you guys skipped statistics and or calculus or trigonometry or advanced algebra, whatever you guys did. But this is remedial. This is just simple arithmetic. And that's what's happening. What's the college football lock? Ooh, Trev, good question. College football lock. I will take Texas over whoever they're playing next week. I think Texas is great. Now, Swish says Unity and GameStop. Move on. Swish, this is the easiest way to get blocked and banned from the channel and the crew. Tell me something. What is Unity? Why should I buy Unity? Is there an investment that I know about that I need to know about? Is there a board of director that I need to follow? Is there some type of synergy and or turnaround story I don't know of? Or maybe it's just private equity pumping Reddit, Twitter, YouTube. Maybe you guys missed all the telltale signs. Can I show you some? And I'm not even going to talk about Unity. I'm going to talk about some bullshit today. Watch this. We're going to go here. I'll pull it up on the screen in a minute when I get there. We're going to go to Open. Open Door. AKA Open. And there's a guy on here that's irritating the shit out of me. And it's not Eric Jackson. We know Eric Jackson's a punk, okay? Eric Jackson's the guy coming out here trying to strong-arm the board, get his best friend back onto the board. I already told you guys how it's all going to work out. It's the guy who originally was with the company. I made a whole video about this. The problem with Open, that people are just pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping. It's going, it's going, it's gone. It's all this stuff they're talking about. It's going to be $1 trillion company. We're going to make $80-something a share, saying all this bullshit to you. They've never made more than, what, $100 million after two? They made like $130 million after 2 quarters, a half a year. And they're 2 profitable quarters of their whole company. No, you can't confuse me. But I'm looking for this dude right now who said he put in $1 million this week. And then he says, oh, I'm in it for the long haul. Sure you are. Here we go. Steve-O. Don't even ask me where this guy came from. Look at this bullshit. Steve-O here. I'm all in on Open. With 150,000 shares, I have a $2.11 cost base. Here's the story. of how I got there. Buckle up. Okay, you and Eric Jackson, you saw the interview. This is what you want to do. This is what he's telling you, okay? Now listen to this liar for a second. He says he's in it for the long run. He's up. He put in over $1 million, and he's at $2 cost base, right? Listen, I'm at a $2.11 cost basis and 150,000 shares. Now, what does that tell you about value? He now says it's going to, look at this, day 17 back in. Does this guy look like he's ready to work? No, it looks like he's going golfing, doesn't it? And he says, oh, yeah, we're going to do it. We want this back up. They want to get on the board of directors. It's melting up. The melt up begins. Here you go, 677 on Open Door. I've seen this all before, guys. Bullish case. There is a bull case for Open to reach $500 a share. $6. Bullish case for $500. Did I already show you the board of directors, all private equity? Did I already show you that the actual private equity CEO walked out, took a payday, and gone? And you're telling me that the housing market is going to generate a return? Look at this guy. He's up $1 million. 5x his money, allegedly. Remember, he just showed $1 million, and he's saying that he bought in at 211. Okay, now you 3x your money. So what are we doing? Where do you think you're going? We're pumping. There will be a melt up to $10. Gap fills. What gap fills? The guy who shorted Open at 290 is nowhere to be seen. You see this right here, guys? I hope you guys are watching. I guarantee you it's something that happens in investing. It's something that happens here in this world. Them pumping manufactured bullshit like this with no-name people, no-face people, there's nothing here. Nothing here. I'm holding for millions, not thousands. Multiple with an S, right? Okay, cool. I've seen this whole play before. You can't confuse me. They halted at 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're going to hate Open, or they hated, and they're going to hate it at $10. All right, so now you guys see the bullshit we're dealing with. People think that the housing market's going to boom because the housing market goes from 4.25 to 4 on a fixed rate. Housing market doesn't come down to that. The housing market's still going to be in the 6s. But here's my thing. That doesn't make more qualified buyers. That doesn't shorten up supply. What is it that you think you're going to do? You think you're going to hold the assets? You're going to buy assets with cash and hold them? Well, we know how houses appreciate. It doesn't appreciate like cash, nor investments. They're appreciating assets. I get it. But it's not what you think. You can't give it a multiplier. So I'll play with you, Open. I'll play with you until we don't play with you. Let's go look at Open right now. Let's go see what we're looking at. And don't worry, hey, Unity software dude, go talk to Trades, all right? Trash. Here's Open at 663. This is Open. This is the stock. This is what it looks like. This is the weekly chart. Once trading at 39.24. Allegedly, it's going to 80, then 300, and then 1,000. I don't know what the hell he was saying. I don't care. It's at $6. They've been pumping it since 50 cents. They've been pumping this, and we'll wait for it. We'll wait for the truth to come out. They broke past this point right here, these 2 points of previous resistance. You have new support with the pump. I can't get behind it. I know the fundamentals of the company, and I know who's in charge of it. I did see Broadcom take off, the biggest damn candle ever, gap up after earnings. Do I believe it? I don't. I don't. I told you I don't. And I think it'll find its way back down. Certainly with rates going the way they are. Sirius, remember I'm doing my homework on them. They look like their potential to break out even on the 1 hour. Even here, I told you. It looks like they can break out here on the weekly. Coming back is tough for them. Chipotle is one I didn't explain to you guys, but I drew the line. So we're down here at the bottom right now on the weekly. On the daily, I think it needs to hold this average here, this trend line. And why? Because this is what I see on Chipotle. I see bouncing back, fighting for another couple of months, maybe a half a year, have a breakout come March of next year. Chipotle, but it has plenty of room. Lululemon, told you we're champions. I already told you what happened. It's coming down here on all these right here. So all the resistance in the world would be that 50-day moving average right here. 200-day moving average, you still have a lot to burn off. They already lost 50% basically from where they were. But we're going to talk about GameStop for right now, guys. I want you to look at a chart, and I want to explain something to you guys, okay? Why we're going to see an uptick in GameStop come tomorrow, or I'm so sorry, Monday, Tuesday, and all the above, okay? Just bought another 200 shares of GameStop. Woohoo. Yeah, I did 100. I did 100 over the last month. That's a lot of money to me, okay? So if you guys can see, my totals, 1309, we're okay. Thank you so much for all the love and support of the channel there. Alberto Mendoza, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. You're a killer. He took away all the chat by throwing out all these gifts at us. Wow, Freddie. Shit. Freddie, you're doing it before the damn show even starts, before the earnings show. That's killer, Freddie. Thank you so much for the love and support of the channel and the crew here. All you guys out there getting free memberships from Freddie, just say thank you in advance. That's 50 free memberships for the channel, and I'm forever thankful. And, you know, I wake up every day trying to give out a great message. But, and it's because of, you know, we're group funded in a way, and that's the way it works. So, Freddie, I really appreciate you, sir. All right, so, yeah, Freddie's a real one. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you something, okay? I'm going to show you why GameStop's going to go up starting Monday and what you have to look forward to. All right, first, here's the weekly. Weekly, we are still in a golden cross here. If you guys see this white line, I now put in this white line for you guys. I locked it in, so it's not going to move. So this white line right here is my cost average. As I continue to accumulate shares, that'll be my cost average. Just so you know, it's been moving down. But as you can see, the life of the stock, my white line, I've bought below it and I've bought above it. I buy below it right now because it's been below for the last 3 months, whatever it may be. And these windows of $20, $24, $22 to average down, we've done really well. Okay, I don't know the last time that I actually bought heavy and high. I couldn't tell you, but it feels good right here. So we're in a golden cross. That 50 is moving past the 200, but I want to show you the 4-hour chart. So the 4-hour chart is having a cross right now today. Finally crossing, you'll see it right here. When this crosses, even to get remotely close to crossing, you have a good little run, right? About $1.50. Nothing crazy. When it actually crosses, which it will after today, and come Monday, you'll start your cross. Now, I've seen it cross over a couple of times. Right here, I want to show you. When it crossed, this was a fake out. This was a fake out, breakout cross. It crossed, went up, it was already going to run, and shot back down. Great, we buy more. Pay attention. As you come across, right here, we crossed, we were going to go up, we're going to run, right? Look at the stock. We're about to run up on this chart here to 29. We're running. We ran. It crossed right there. Boom. Shot back down. Fake breakout, right? So what do? We buy the bottom down here at $20 a share. Ryan Cohen buys the bottom, by the way. This is our insiders. They saw it get pushed. We now have a cross. This is a golden cross right here. Pushed it up. The minute the cross happened, look at what happened to the stock. Went all the way up. It runs with the cross. So you crossed over. You ran all the way up to $37.49 from that $20 down point down here. We have the cross right now. You had the cross, a fake out, push down, get close. Now here's the cross right now. We have it combined with earnings as a catalyst. I think we push. We had the cross, came down, fake out, boom, took off from $20 to $37 right here. Have I seen this before? Yes, I have seen this before. I've seen the life of the stock do the same thing. Right here was a fake. Came through, faked out, boom, pushed down, faked out, boom, looked flat like we're going sideways all this time. But to go from $19 to $32 when it finally did cross and kept running. I think we have that option right now happening. Additionally, some of the bigger moves in the history of this stock right here was a fake out, push sideways, fake out, got pushed down, found the bottom, and then crossed. and you went from $9.95 all the way up to $80 a share. So that is a 10x run, essentially 8x, 9x run on your stock when the golden cross happens. They've been more consolidated lately. They've been smaller because of the push down, because maybe dilution and float. A lot of things can happen here. Convertible notes hold you down. I don't care. I know this. If we go to this 4 hour and we look at it, you're having one of these moments where we're getting pushed sideways and all we're doing is fighting it. It's all we're doing is fight, fight, fight. Once it frees up, you'll see it come through, and we should see some real action once we clear. Real action on the stock playing. Now, I did notice that some of my lines got moved right now as I was talking to you, which is fine. And I think that's only because I need to lock them in. So there's the monthly. You guys see the monthly down here, support. We're hitting it right now on the monthly. On the weekly, we've hit it. We had our support at $9.95. We've hit our max right here. So the next week, this next candle should go up, 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 up. We should be walking up the wall here. They pushed us out sideways long enough. We found it. Our true level of support still stands from way back here. A previous push down to get popped up on a golden cross right there. We have a death cross right here. We have a golden cross right here. So, yeah, I think the stock's going up, me personally. Okay? Let's see what else I got for you. Just remember my cost averages there as a white line. That's what we're going to do. So that is what I see happening to the stock short term. Long term, it's infinity and beyond. A lot of you guys know this. I was going to show you a chart of T-roll price because it started taking off after we looked at it the other day and it wasn't doing much. Thank you for the gifted sub. I definitely agree. Yo, I want the price to stay because I want those shares. I need those shares. Lynn, I'm going to explain something to a lot of people because they're not understanding the value today, right? Like I can only afford $200 today. I say only. That's a lot of money for me. But I was doing my math and I was doing all the homework for certain investments, and I said, all right, I can afford the $200. And I think about it like this: if I'm going to buy 8 shares and I'm going to lock those in, every single one of those shares is a 10x share for me, down at this price point. And I'm not going to sell till I get 10x on this. My cost average of when I sell, I didn't write it on here, but I probably wouldn't start looking for value out of my investment until about $360 a share. And everyone's going to go, what the hell are you talking about $360? When's it ever going to get there? You don't understand. A lot of people don't understand it. It's not as big as you guys think. It's literally like a 180, 150 market cap. There's $51 right there on a super. Thank you, Freddie, for showing the crowd some love. Freddie, man, amazing man. Thank you, Freddie. Means a lot to my family and the crew here. But you guys got to know that we are going to get to the 150 billion market cap. That's not far. That's a 15x from the current spot, but we have cash that gets a multiple. We have earnings that deserve a better multiple. We're not where we're supposed to be valuation wise, but you got to get there first. First, we got to get to about $40 to $50 million or $1 billion on market cap. That's the first step. So we need to double our value now, triple our value now. And I'm saying, did I say market cap? I didn't mean market cap. I meant per share. $40 to $50 per share. We're looking for around $25 billion of market cap. So if you have $10 billion cash plus a business that generates cash and profits, you're looking at billions and billions of dollars that you could potentially be worth, but you got to get to 25 first. Once we get to 25, guys, once you get to $25 billion at GameStop, now everyone has to buy in. Short sellers have to buy in. Wall Street has to buy in. Anyone that trades off the index has to buy in, because now you have this potential of gearing up. And if you guys don't believe me, I'm going to prove it to you right now. But this is how it works. This is how you measure in the difference. Watch. I'm going to go to a company right now that's not in the S&P 500, okay? They are not in the S&P, but they have made strides to get in, and everybody's talking about it. This is Robinhood. Robinhood, the company, had Not much going on back here a year ago. We're talking about 1 year ago. Robinhood, the company, was trading at $13.98, $14, exactly 1 year ago. Okay. In the matter of 1 year, valuation given to the company has gone from $15 a share to $115, $117. Why? Because at certain levels this year in February, they were then eligible for the S&P 500. They have a float, a large float of 888 million shares. So when they're trading at $60, they're already eligible. What happened at Wall Street was everybody found out they're being recognized for the S&P. They have the potential to join the S&P 500. That's what was said. That's what has been proven. So what happened? Gets sold off. You take the gains of this massive run, which they've done. They dropped it down all the way to the 200-day moving average, as you guys can see. They then reposition themselves for the S&P 500, for the run. Now they bought it back up. And people are increasing their percentages, increasing their ownership. And the minute they don't get put into the S&P, every quarter that's been announced, they sell it off a little bit, take a little bit of cash off the table, go right back in, reposition. This is a company that has gone 10x essentially, almost 10x. The market cap alone is at $90 billion. They're not in the S&P 500. But people know that's where they're headed. So if you understand what happens to your company when you start leaning that way, when you start showing the profit, you start showing all the prerequisites to get into the S&P, people come by you. The only thing holding down GameStop is share price. That's it. It has nothing to do with the other metrics, with what they actually do as a company. That balance sheet supports the S&P. That income statement supports the S&P. And that free cash flow chart supports the S&P. You're now becoming a nimble, profitable company where they've tightened up every sector of the book for GameStop. You have seen GameStop on a similar path just go sideways. Eventually, this stock is going to beat everyone. It's going to beat all of Wall Street. It's going to be everyone betting against it. And you will start pricing in. Watch. You will start pricing in the S&P. You will price it in. You'll push to levels. You get retraction. You'll reposition. And you'll start pricing it in. Just like I just showed you what happened with Robinhood. That's going to happen to GameStop. But at GameStop, it's a little bit more volatile than most. One, because it has such a small float. 447 million shares with an adjusted 590 million shares. It's not much of a float, guys. It's not. Not when we're talking billions and billions of dollars that can fluctuate. When you're looking at it, you're going to see an increase in price on stock, absolutely. But once they announce an S&P 500 inclusion, once they reposition for it, your stock price, you'll find out that this $22 stock price was the absolute bare bottom. This is the bare bottom, and it always tends to be. You know, GameStop always tries to get there, or Wall Street tries to put it there, but they never stop moving. They never stop trying. While you might look at it and get fatigue, right? You're like, oh man, it's sitting here at this price every day. It's not moving. No, don't think that way. Think you have more time to accumulate and get more shares. That's how I see it. And I'm thankful. I'm forever thankful because I know what the $20 means. I know what it is. I know what $10 billion means. Like, for everyone out there that's given the number, they go, oh, well, GameStop only has $9 billion because they sold shares or because they raised capital. That's not the truth. You know, you just leave them alone. You let them say that. The reason why they have $9 billion is because they haven't burned it. They haven't had this cash burn. They haven't had expenses. They didn't make the wrong partnerships. They didn't announce the wrong things. They've done the right thing. Fiduciary duty as a CEO and chairman of the board, you have to have that. You have to have that insight not to make those mistakes. Just be a little bit smarter with the money. Certainly when you're running your own company. I've been to too many companies, guys, where they go to the books and they say, you know, we'll just buy brand new. We got to look the part. We got to, instead of fixing things, they buy brand new. You ever had a maintenance man do that? You get a maintenance man and he comes in, he's like, oh, yeah, the fridge. Yep. The light went out. We got to buy a whole new one. No, we just got to change the light bulb. What are you talking about? We're a $1 billion company. Buy a new one. What are you talking about, bro? Just order new shit. Let's go. When you start running your company that way, you're going to die. You're going to lose every dollar. And I've seen so many people do this. That's why I always say step over staples to get to the pennies. Take your time. But whenever they say only $9 billion, like right here, I got a guy right here. He says, my target on GameStop is $14. How? Like, what world do you live in that GameStop's a $14 company? There's not a single metric that you could give me if you were Wall Street's smartest guy. I'd love to know how you get there. Fundamentals, really. Fundamentals. A company that makes $500 million a year, has no cash burn, has a current ratio of over 8x. That's assets versus liabilities. Has shareholder equity of what, $11 a share on book? Plus $20 a share on cash, and you're going to tell me you're looking for $14? You're looking at a company that has $11 a share book, and you're telling me that the value is $3 for the company because it's book, assets versus the company and what they're profitable and what they make, how they churn their inventory, which, by the way, their inventory churn happens to be like a 6.0, better than Home Depot, better than Lowe's, better than Target, better than most. So you're going to tell me GameStop, who has as much cash as Walmart, doesn't warrant a $14? You're a fucking idiot. Yeah, take that however you want. You're not a finance guy. You're going to tell me I could buy the company for $3. They generate over $1 a share. 1/3, 33% is what they generate in 3 years. I'm gonna get my money back. I'm looking at this in a PE ratio of 3 minus the cash. What? How's that even possible? I don't care if you're a CFA. Then you don't know math. You don't know basic arithmetic. You need to go look at the sheet again. I'm a CFA. What the fuck does that mean? You're an idiot. You paid for an education that I could have gave you off the back of a Honeycombs box. Ridiculous. These dudes out here trying to trigger somebody by not knowing a damn thing about investing. You're going to tell me that all of the board of directors are buying in at $20 a share. All of Wall Street gave it valuation at $30 a share. $4.2 billion at $30 a share. And you're going to tell me that it's worth $14 to you. All of Wall Street bought in last year on an offering of an average share price of $28, but it's worth $14 to you. Revenue is not missing expectations. What the hell are you talking about? They actually make more dollars per man hour, per square foot than they ever have in the history of their company. You're masking it with mass revenue. Revenue from instruments that they don't sell anymore, i.e. iPhones, refurbished phones, all the other bullshit they used to do. Now they sell collectibles and they have a higher profit margin. Their profit margin per product went from 16% all the way to 34%. What are you talking about? They have a free cash flow ratio of a 22. What are you talking about? How are you getting 14? It's not even possible. They don't want to be involved with the volatility. What are you talking about? That doesn't even make sense either. Wall Street is out on games. No, they're not. They're buying everything that's volatile. Hello, NVIDIA's the most sold company in the world, and every tick is a $25 billion move. Every dollar is $25 billion move. So don't tell me about volatility when I saw $1 trillion move in the month of January off of some bullshit-ass report from DeepSeek. No, it's bullshit. You're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who gave you an ounce of a degree. There's no way. No way. And Wall Street doesn't want to be involved? All of Wall Street's involved. They're on the short side of the stock versus the long side. They want to be involved. How in the hell does GameStop have $9 billion? Go do an offering and nobody wants to buy it. Go for it. Go for it, Michael Saylor. What's your offering doing? Did anybody fulfill the ATM on AMC's last ATM? No. So at the market didn't happen for AMC. At the market didn't happen for MicroStrategies. What are you talking about? Wall Street doesn't want to be here. They're a mid-cap 400 company with $10 billion worth of market cap and $9 billion worth of cash. What are you talking about? I'd love to know. This guy over here, $6 billion valuation. $6 billion valuation for GameStop, the company that actually makes $500 million profit every year. Sitting on $9 billion of optionality, and you're going to tell me, a CEO that makes $0, nobody's getting paid, grossly overpaid. Why am I so mad? Because there's ignorance in this world. And all you kids don't get it. Don't worry. Don't worry, I'll be the few, the proud, the millionaire. I have no problem doing it either. It's a damn shame that you paid for an education that I could have gave you overnight right here. Don't worry, self-taught. There's a reason why CFAs are in this chat. There's a reason why I've had Drexel Burnham Lambert Elite come in here and do interviews with me. There's a reason why CEOs and Trump's cabinet and everybody else has done shows right here, interviews with me. Do you understand? Reason why we have 40,000 people that actually invest in a GameStop on all platforms follow the show right here with me. Reason why I have Connect the Dots, 96 series, 96 episodes of Connect the Dots. A documentary series that explains private equity and the mass manipulation of social media and people. Freddie with the power packs. No way you talk to a guy on Trump's cabinet. What are you talking about, Mac? Mac, go look at my channel, dude. No way. The guy has my phone number. They all do. What is this no way? I was invited on stage with Vivek Vinswamy, Bill Pulte, Ian Carroll. Who wanted to do the interview? Andrew Tate. I don't have to explain myself to you guys anymore. I don't. You kids over there have no idea who I am and what I am. You guys have been grinding for so many years, been doing this shit long, and these kids have been wiping their ass. Just remember, you went to school for CFA, and all the years that you put in for school and you paid for a piece of paper on the wall, I've been doing YouTube videos longer than that. So could you imagine how many hours I've put in versus you? 2 hours a night. Oh my God, midterms tomorrow. Hold on, Bobby. Don't rub my back with the baby oil. No. Who else? Okay, how much AUM do you have? I don't know. Ask the crowd. Ask the crowd, bro. How much GameStop do you think we own? Anybody? What? 100 million? 100 million. I'm guessing 100 million. How many assets under management? I don't know. GameStop has what? $9 billion cash? That's mine. I own the company. Remember, when the market crashes, my $9 billion is going to be deployed. So what happens to my valuation? What happens to GameStop's value? Anybody know? Anybody ready for this? Who's the best investor next to Warren Buffett over the last 5 to 10 years? Who is the best investor on Wall Street? Anybody have an idea what his name is? Ryan Cohen. That's the best investor on Wall Street over the last 10 years. Go do your homework on his Apple investment, Alibaba investment, and his GameStop investment. The elite won't let you. Nancy Pelosi's not the best investor. Her husband. To be honest, bro, I'll never make money from GameStop, bro. You won't. You won't because you don't have the heart. The best stock to invest in is GameStop. And that's period. It's not even close. No power packs. He's got a cold hand right now. Oh, trust me, bro. I'm not doing it, man. My wife, I went over to my wife last night. I swear, dude. Now I know my wife's watching the show all the time. She's like secretly watching, whatever. And I walked up and I go, hey, baby, we did good on the show. Everybody showed up. It was fun, you know. She goes, yeah? How much money you spend? And I was like, what? So I saw like $200-something come out of here. I was like, look. Nah, babe, it was $50, bro. She goes, get out of here. She was making dinner. She threw me out there. There you go. So I had to redeem myself. I had to go buy all the power. I actually backed my power packs with GameStop shares. So there we go. I'm back in the asset. Is this your full-time job? Yes, Mac. This is my full-time job. Thank you. JD's going to go on a tear over the next month. JD? Who the hell is JD? Is that an investment I don't know about? Who is JD? Did I forget something? I'll tell you something. You guys want to know like a little top secret thing about private equity? I was following some Crumbs, baby. Oh, bro, I was following some Crumbs. So you UK dudes, is there UK dudes in the crowd? Are you guys here? Yeah, I closed the damn screen. So there was this music group. I don't know it. I don't even know the name of it. It's called like Skunk Anasare or something. I don't know. They have a lead singer. She's a female black lady by the name of Skin. You guys know who she is? I had no idea. I just know that she used to have a wife named Christina. Right? They're a couple. Her name was Christina. So I go look up this girl, Christina. I don't know why it happened this way. But then you find out that she's actually married to Elon Musk's brother. His brother, Kimball. Now, Kimball is on the board of directors of Tesla. Elon, I know you're $1 trillion man, going to happen. $1 trillion package, by the way, coming through. And it was crazy because that lady's now married to Elon Musk's brother. And I was like, well, this lady, Christina, has a dad. You guys want to know who her dad is? Oh, he's the former owner of Michaels. He sold Michaels to Blackstone, made about $6 billion. So I was like, wait a minute, private equity, married, the Musk boys, like they didn't even know how to get away from it. So, yeah, I know what the hell I'm looking at. I get it now. I understand it. Never heard of them. Trust me, bro. You don't want to. Buy Bitcoin. Oh, shit. Oh, thank God. Somebody said to buy Bitcoin. I had no idea to buy Bitcoin. This guy says JD's going to take off. You're talking about this investment here called JD? Is that it? Is that what you're telling me? The peak, okay, the peak to the trial, it was at $98 a share back in 2020 during COVID. Just so that we're clear, okay? And I want to make this very clear to you because you don't know anything about investing. There was a time in this world when anything that spiked January of 2021, you knew what it was. This is a monthly chart for JD right here, guys. JD.com is an investment this guy's preaching about right here on the ticker. It looks like, yeah, it's going to explode. That's what it looks like, really. What was the peak of it here, guys? January of 2028 is the peak. This run right here. That's the GameStop peak. So I'm willing to bet. And I'm not good at this betting stuff. I mean, I'm not very educated when it comes to investing. Apparently, I'm just ignorant. So let's go to JD.com. Oh, let me see something real quick, guys. Yeah, you guys keep looking at that really quick. I'm just curious. JD.com. It's a Chinese company. Hell no. This is and revenue and is a major competitor to Alibaba. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, major competitor to, no. Yeah, these guys compete against Amazon. Yeah. Jack Ma and the boys. Not a problem. I'm still reading. Oh. Nope. 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 This is not something I'd buy, bro. Tencent acquired 15% of this company. Yeah. This is this the Coke to Pepsi? No, it's not. JD partnered with Spotify. Oh, this is it. This is the company, huh? What are the financials of this company? I'm actually curious because it's tough to guess financials, guys. In Chinese companies because they announce whatever they want to announce. So it's very hard to invest. And when you read the financials, you need to do this. Okay, listen, I'm going to teach you guys something right here. So we're looking at the chart right now for this company, and you have to go right here and make sure you read this. It says financials, and then it says right there, CNY. That is not dollars. So when you see the number, you can't go $356 billion. It's not dollars. Are we clear on that? Cool. Let's go ahead and see the gross profit. Let's see what they got going on. SG&A. Ooh, operating income of negative 1 billion Chinese yen. Nah, I'm good on the negative billion. That's not going to get you anywhere. Massive interest they have to pay. Whoa, but Jesus. But tons of money on the income, on the pre-tax income. What happened here? Oh, they make some crazy money. Considering they're down 50% in net income growth. But yeah, I mean, they make money, I guess. They play money games, this damn company. But what is that really? What is 6 billion? It's not a lot because it's not 6 billion US dollars. I'm just letting you know. So, free cash flow. See the difference here? See this? This is crazy flex. Yeah, nah, I'm good. No, I can't buy a company that has an ops margin of 2 and 3, a gross profit margin of 10. How do you plan to make money? Profit margins of 1, like this is not a company. This shit. What is this? Costco minus the memberships? What the hell are you doing here? Oh no. Hey bro, God, I'm hilarious to myself. No, I could never buy this. Bro, hey, do yourself a favor. Like, I'm being dead honest. Do yourself a favor. Don't come at me with these bullshit-ass companies, bro. Oh, God. They're a 2-on-1? They're a 2.0 on current ratio. Less than 2.0 current ratio. GameStop's 8, bro. You're going to learn. You're going to learn the hard way. They got a ton of cash flow, though. Look at this. Are they like a bank, bro? Shit. They actually have like a decent number to a point. But nah, 160 per share. That comes out to what? $31. So the ratios don't make sense because it's in these Chinese shit. But this is in US dollars here. So US dollars, oh yeah, so you get the real here. So P ratio of 8, okay. Price to sales is not even a quarter. Look at that. Book value, book price ratio, 1.38. Whoa. This thing is trading flat. Look at these rates. Look at this. But they're deploying cash. Yeah, this is a net negative business, bro. I'm just letting you know. If you're gonna buy that, earnings yield is massive for the price, but I mean you're gonna have to stay in it forever. Good luck with that one, bro. Not for me. I'd have to go look at the board of directors, look at everything. That's not for me. Hey, I do want to tell you guys another update here. By the way, I know we're on the show right now. I want to make this very clear to everybody. I'm not going anywhere. This is one of those episodes. Just dead. Sure. Never heard of them. Yeah, bro. Save it, brother. Keep building your craft. Yeah. Oh. Thank you, Freddie. I will keep building my craft. I promise you. My next investment is soundproofing this room. I gotta find. I can afford it. I just gotta find the time to do it in between making all the damn videos. I gotta figure it out. But wifey, she needs dishes washed. She needs house clean. I gotta wash her car. If you're a grown man and you don't wash your wife's car, we got problems, bros. 2 things my wife will never have to do: wash her own car and throw the trash, or answer the door. I never let her answer the door. It's just one of those things. If she's in the house, somebody knocks at the door, she ain't opening it. She'll walk right past that bitch. She knows how I feel about it. I'm crazy about physical security. So anyway, this guy says China is spiking this year. I hope so, bro. I hope it is. But it ain't going to happen for me. I'm on GameStop. You know that. I'll follow up in a month. Please remember this. How could I ever forget? This shit's on YouTube for life. This guy says here, you say Costco is a bad investment. Good question. Are we having this conversation today? We're going to have this conversation right now? All right. So, first, let me go ahead and put on the screen GameStop, which is fine for the day. Loved GameStop today, by the way. Fought back. It was having fun out there. Boom. There we go. Okay, so let's have a little bit of a talk. A couple of things I know. All right, here's some things I know about Costco, the company, and why I would invest versus I won't invest. I have a significant position in Costco stock. Enough. I have enough to pay my mortgage for a couple of years, or enough to figure out, if I want to keep adding to that pile. And the way it works for me, they have something that they're building right now. I believe it's in Woodland Hills or Baldwin Hills, one of the two. They're building an apartment complex on top of the Costco's. So you'll have an all-in-one. It's going to be real estate in the most prime locations, because Costco's do exist in the most prime locations in America. They buy the correct position. They build around it, the infrastructure. They have the potential for 15 more sites, actual buildings in California, which is hard to find. There's 60 Costco's in the Los Angeles area. You won't find one easily, as in like a open space to put one, because they can't put a store too close to one another. To give you an example, the 60th Costco opened in Los Angeles. It was the one in It's not Upland. It's what is it called? Highland. In Highland, okay, on your way up to Big Bear Mountain. So they went ahead and put one in Highland. Now, when they opened up in Highland, it actually takes 50% of the crowd away from San Bernardino. San Bernardino was already a big company, a big building, one of the original buildings. But when you open up Highland, now you have new clientele. You have to split the merch. You've got to take a loss on the building for at least 5 to 10 years. But you opened your other store to alleviate some of the pressure off of San Bernardino. Well, then the story goes out, well, are we going to open one in Riverside? How are you ever going to open up one in Riverside when you can't afford the land or the regulations? There's so many things that come into play. Okay, I'm going to sell, I want a car wash like I do in Victorville. Well, you can't have that in certain spots. You got to have certain buildings around it, like spacing for parking spaces and or structured lighting fixtures. The building itself has to have, stucco versus stone versus siding. All depends on what the city mandates. There's even times where the city says you can't have anything outside your building at business hours. So you can't have pallets outside. You have to create a whole pallet yard. There's a lot of things like this you have to take into consideration. And then the gas station itself. Costco opened up a new Costco up in like Northern California just last year. And it had 36 pumps. It was the largest gas station in the state of California. The whole point of building a Costco there was just for the gas station because it was a transit point from one part to the next. So you actually had to drive out 40 miles to go get to this damn thing. It's not a metropolis area. So is it beneficial? They just wanted the gas station. So then, ding, 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 you're in a meeting with the executives. We're all sitting there, and they're like, hey, by the way, we want to open up this gas station, okay? Want to open up a gas station at Costco, just gas station, no store. So that's the next thing coming out. The next thing coming out for Costco in California will be gas stations with no store. Just your membership card and the gas itself, and you'll be able to get gas. So they finally got to that point. That's what they're building. So aside from building the apartment buildings and the gas stations and what they can do regulation-wise, I pray that they're going to make more money. Here's the problem. From 2023 to 2025, the stock price went up over 100%. Yet the company did not max out on sales. They didn't max out on profit. The profit's usually about 7% each year increase. That's what's actually earmarked on budget is what they call. But when you start doing OBs, right, operating budgets or original budget, however you want to look at it on your P&L, you guys are going to map out a couple of different things. One, you're going to find out that items cost more. The cost of goods sold are actually costing more today. So inflation's up. This is why you can't sell meat the way you want to, right? Cattle's up through the sky. And what are you going to have to do? Sell more poultry? Well, guess what? You can stack in all the damn chicken you want and all the fish you want. Where are you going to put it? People don't understand delivery times and refrigeration. You're going to have to build new refrigerators because you need more frozen product. The other margin that's being marked up are drinks. So your soft drinks, waters, sports drinks, sparkling water. You have all these SKUs. How are you going to fit them? You can't fit them in combination with chips. How many different chips do you want? See, it's not like tuna. It's not like cereal or coffee or whatever it may be. Certain things where there's only two options, right? There's only two options here. Nutella and or peanut butter. Like this is where we're going down. One jelly. You only get one pasta. You only get one sauce. You don't get 20. So when you're palletizing things and you're mapping out, you have to remember a lot of things about your buildings that you can't make money on. You want to maximize merchandise? Great, let's do it. Here's the problem. The middle of the store. The middle of the store is made for furniture. It's for clothing. It's for what they call household goods. It could be domestic goods. All of the basics. It could be all of that. How do I hold all that inventory in a building that's actually built in a box that can't expand? I can't put the merch outside, and I can't keep it on the docks, and I can't keep it in the ships. So how am I going to sell more? I got to mark it down. I got to mark it down, or I got to recycle, or I got to donate. This is a problem you have when you have no benchmarks for returns. Remember that you can return as much as you want at Costco. There's no limit to it until it gets abused or been taken advantage of in the program, but you can return it. I got a couch from 7 years ago. I return it. Boom, I have money for it. These are all obstacles when you're thinking about margins themselves. And then you want to come in and you go, hey, by the way, fish is going up. Hey, by the way, butter's going up. Hey, by the way. Yeah, we know. The things that you can control, chicken and hot dogs, that's not the profit. That's the loss. That's the loss leader to get you in the building. Memberships themselves increased $10. Everybody's going, oh my God, it's such a great thing. Let's price that in. You think it's 100% of the value of the stock? There's no way. There's no way. You want to know why? Because what's $10 versus 100 million members? I'm telling you. What's $10? It's $1 billion to the bottom line. That's it. $1 billion. Okay, cool. So now we have $1 billion on a retention rate of 90%. Cool. I'm penciled in for $900 million of membership fees increase for the next, 5 years? They increase every 5 to 7 years. So I'm only going to get an additional $4.5 billion of membership fees. You think that's the growth? Well, guess what? We're tapping out. We're maxing out. Now we have the problem of overexpanding and not having enough leadership, right? The culture. Oh, wait, hold on. We can be the culture. We could be the change we want to be. But think about all the people that are retiring right now from the company that started it back in 83. Now you go from 83 to now, that's 40 years. So if we're at 40 years, 42 years of employment, everyone's retiring. Remember, they all got hired when they're 20 and 30. Now they're all retiring. Now you have a whole chapter of people leaving the company. Now you're bringing in the new ones, and what are they going to do? Well, let's talk about it because it's private equity. Let's talk about it because it's Blackstone. Blackstone actually runs Costco. If you guys are not familiar, the board of directors, the chain of command, the main guy, the chief, everything, is actually Blackstone, Tony himself. So if you guys are not familiar with the company or the business model or the structure, the way it works, there's a guy by the name of Tony Hamilton. And he is one of the founding fathers of Blackstone, one of the right-hand men still in charge today. And what they did was, this is how Blackstone did it, they bankrupt every company they could. And Costco came in and bought them out. And what I mean by bought them out, took the inventory, got it at a discount, strong-armed these deals. This is why inventory is so low. This is why prices are where they're at. They're the monsters of the sea. So if you guys ever want to go ahead and think this is a great value right now, I encourage you to go look at who's retiring and who's dying and leaving. Okay, the CEO left. The next guy in line, Craig Jelnick, left. Third guy now, Ron, he's the guy who started from the bottom, pushing carts. Now he's CEO. Great. Who's the CFO? Somebody give me right now. Where'd he come from? Albertsons. What the hell? We got a grocery store, Blackstone guy. Yeah, CFO has no idea the culture of Costco. Nothing. He's in charge. You guys should see it. You're in a meeting, you're at a conference, and he walks up, and he starts talking. Everybody just tunes him out. Everybody's like, this guy don't know Costco. What the fuck's he talking for? It's exactly what's happening. Guys, when you have a change in leadership at the top, you have a change in the taste environment. The only guy I like in the whole damn company is a guy who actually runs all of North America. And he's a good guy. His name leaves me for a minute, but it'll come back to me. But I have his phone number in my phone, actually. It was God. Why can't I think? I can't think of his name right now. That happens, but it'll come and hit me right now in a minute. But it doesn't matter. My point is, Russ Miller just retired. Russ Miller is stepping out of the position, and he's been with them since '82. Okay, you're gonna have a transition of leadership. That was my point. And some of these guys are really good. Some of them are not. Do I trust the brand? The brand's strong as ever, bro. Strong as ever. But it's real cookie cutter when you think about it. It's one of those things. It's not a personable thing anymore like it once was. The employees will tell you that. The shoppers will tell you that. You have to be the change, and that's it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed your little Costco thing. Would I be buying it at $1,000? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's why I sold 10 shares. Yeah, I know. I sold 10 shares, $10,000, whatever it was, $9,100 at the end of it all after taxes, everything. I'm good. I think I showed on the chart, I sold 5.4 shares in the chat. I sold an additional 4.6 right after. It wasn't a big deal. That's just the way it goes. Okay. Anybody else with the questions? It's hard to be the change when you're the only one. I'll tell you something. You can't live in a box of thinking that you have to change everything around you. Me personally, I have decided to do things that are going to make me happy in life, and things that I know will benefit my family in the long run. My mental health is more important than any dollar amount put in front of me. I had to deal with harassment. I had to deal with, on all ends, I had to deal with jealousy. I've had to deal with the internet and the thugs that are in here, faceless. nameless. But, as a man, you make decisions in life, and maybe they're not the right ones. Maybe they are. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. No matter what happens, you could go hungry tomorrow. You could lose every dollar you have. You could hit the lottery, hit the damn Powerball, and win $1.8 billion. Does not matter. The sun still comes up. Tomorrow's coming. I don't give a shit what happens right now. Not one bit. I'm not going to crash out on you guys. I'm not going to flip out on people. I still get phone calls about work and what I want to do and what I'm doing and where I'm. I got a phone call from corporate today and I said, why are you guys calling me? This is not a phone call I want. I don't need a phone call. And a decision for the building. Why? I'm not there. I'm here. Like I'm telling you, when I tell you guys I'm all in with GameStop, people don't get it. They think it's about money. They think it's about Pokemon cards. They think it's about video games. They don't understand the bigger picture here. GameStop's the number one company in the world because nobody wants to talk about it. If they talked about it, if they gave it a rating, if they had an analyst cover it, they don't. Somebody needs to explain to me why no analyst covers GameStop. It's not because Wall Street's out on it. They're not allowed to cover it. They literally suspended coverage back in 2021, and they didn't give you a reason why. Ryan Cohen wasn't part of the company back then. Ryan Cohen is here now. He gives out guidance once a year, tells you where they're progressing, what they're headed towards. Boom. Here's the partnerships. Here's what they're doing. Making more money than ever. You know what? You saying that made a lot of sense. I do miss your leadership. Oh, thank you. Thank you. A lot of stuff has happened to me outside of work or in work or all that stuff. But you know what? I don't even care. I don't care at all. I know what I want to do with my life, and I'm doing it. And the best part about it is the people you choose to be around, right? Like I have ride or dies in the chat. You think about all the people that come in through YouTube right now. Every live stream I do about 2,000 people, okay? Right now we have 500 people. I'm not counting TikTok. I know TikTok, you're there. I work for YouTube, Nuri. I'm a YouTuber. I work for YouTube. Thank you. And right now, out of all these people that come into the chat, you guys can't imagine how many chats come through and say, thank you, Marantz, thank you, about investigative reporting the truth, and doing it with integrity. That's it. And if anyone were to, and here's the thing, if I was wrong, and or if somebody had an agenda, or they were bought and paid for, or I would have been wrong by now, I would have been exposed by now, I would have been all of the above by now, right? Is that fair? I've been doing this longer than anyone on the internet. When it comes to investing with GameStop and talking about the pros and cons of the investment, there's not a single YouTuber that has been in the financial game longer than me. More content, more viewership, nobody's even close to us. They all come and go, they leave, they come back. It doesn't even matter. We do more viewership, we do more, just more traction, more info, more truth. So you ask yourself, how much of it is real? How much of that viewership out there are bots? How many of them are paid for, right? I know the opposition because they come into the chat from time to time, and I'm like, oh, where's this meltdowner coming from? Well, the meltdown has 33,000 members, and only 25 are active at a time. Could you imagine? Our Discord has 1,200 people on it, and we have over 120 that are active at a time. 10% of it is active a day. Easy. Just like here, 14,000. And how many people do you think we're going to do a live stream on earnings? I guarantee you right now, on earnings, we'll have 8,000 to 10,000 people watch the show. Boom. 8,000 to 10,000 investors into GameStop will be here. And if we all own, I'll ballpark it for you because I know people own 100,000 shares, 50,000 shares. What if we all owned 1,000 shares? I'll just be fair with you. What is that, 1 million? I'm just saying. No, that's not 1 million. I apologize. That's 10 million. 10 million shares. Yeah, at least at a minimum. I'll be here for damn sure. Me too. Bye, Marantz. Got to go cut 400 hours. Stay strong. Love you. It's awesome. That's one of the supervisors for the company who's learned a lot in life by hanging out with me. And I'm forever thankful that they still support me and want to be around, and they know about what I do. I mean, imagine the impact you might have on the internet or like this, over the internet and videos, but imagine the impact you could have in person. Like if you worked for me or you worked with me. And there's a lot to life. What's your net worth? Insomnia, I really don't know. I know it's got to be 7. It's got to be 7 figures. I know that sounds braggy, but I don't owe much in the world. I don't owe much to people, but I have plenty. And what I mean by 7, I don't mean 7 figures. Let me take that back. If I say it that way, it sounds braggy. My net worth is I'll never go hungry, and God always provides. So I'm okay with it. If you're trying to figure out if I'm successful or not, I'm wearing a hoodie in a house, and it's 110 degrees outside, and I'm not sweating. So I'm very blessed, and I'm happy to do it this way. I've never, I'm not here to nickel and dime the crowd. You guys know that. If you guys didn't see value in the channel or in the info given, then don't watch. It's really simple. A lot of people watch in spite of, because they're the hate watchers. I don't mind them at all. But then there's a lot of people who came around and changed. Done with work and on the way to the opening day at Don Bosco. Cool. Game volunteering with the Fathers Club. Wish us luck. Good luck, brother. High school football. My son's going to the game tonight. I went to one last night. I went to my first high school football game in a long time last night. It's been a while since I've been to one. I went last night, right after the show. I went over there. Did I even have a show yesterday? I don't remember. I didn't even do a show. I did a show late night. That's right. So before I did that show, I did the game. Yeah, I went to the game. I saw a couple of people. Marantz Rantz! What's up, bro? True story. Went to the casino, and I was walking through, and the guy goes, Marantz Rantz! And I was like, who's that? I'm not wearing a shirt or anything that says Marantz Rantz or anything like that. And it was some random dude, and he's like, hey, bro, I know you. I used to work for you, and I know you're a YouTuber now. I've been watching all over the stream. He's like, yeah, it was great. And I was like, wow, dude, I didn't even know. I still don't know the kid's name. But shout out to him. What's happening, Marantz crew? Life. Conjuring Cinema night tonight. We'll run it back with a cup of tea. Nah, we don't watch scary movie. Was that new scary movie coming out with Marlon Wayans? It was like a sports scary movie, whatever. I mean, I guess I'd watch that because, I'm a sports kind of guy. I don't watch sports. Who watched the game yesterday? Let me tell you how real I was about watching this game. The Cowboys and the Eagles game, the only reason why I watched when I did watch is because I had a profile. I was at this clubhouse, right? And there was people playing pool, people swimming, people doing all this shit. And I walk in and there's a 100-inch TV. And I'm like, where's this remote? I turn it on. My son's with me. And I start loading in. And they're like, NBC app shows a Cowboy game for free for 30 minutes. So I sign in. Boom, watch 30 minutes. I'm watching it for free. Boom, cool. 30 minutes is up. I sign out. I sign in with another account. I'm like, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Another email. You got to have an email for every single time. So I make up an email on the spot. Boom. I watched the whole game for free, bro. I didn't pay a single dollar. I did 3, 4. I didn't watch the whole thing. Watched the majority of it, though. The majority. Up until the game got halted by the lightning. So I watched two parts of it for 30 and 30. Good live stream yesterday. I got fired up for earnings. I'm still fired up, bro. Marantz, Marlon and scary films. No wonder you don't watch them. What are you trying to say? Hey, Scary Movie was scary, bro. I still think Scream was scary. Yeah. Insomnia wants to know my net worth. That was funny, bro. I got a lot of Pokemon cards. What are Pokemon cards worth these days? They're worth a lot. I got to go to GameStop this afternoon. I should go today. I should go right now. Go see if they have any GameStop, any Pokemon for sale. But I got to get this graded. I've had enough. I've been sitting here for a minute. Gonna get that graded. I got to see if my wife wants to do a giveaway. My plan on the giveaway is to give away Pokemon cards and then give people a chance to win a card out of the book. All they got to do is pick a number, and then I'll give them one of these beautiful cards. Here, TikTok. They're these. So I'll say, pick a number between 1 and 100, and whatever they end up picking, then we just go to that page and we give them the card. Like this card's worth like $80. Erica's invitation. And all there are is Pokeball, Master Ball cards, and all these other cards. There's some really nice ones in here. Promo card. This one's worth almost $100 already, or it is over $100 right here. This bottom one. It'll go. I don't know. I gotta check the prices on these, see if I'm gonna get them graded. Some of these cards are really nice, and these guys will get them. They can get all the cards they want. All they gotta do is pick a number, and the kids get to keep them. I just gotta have the top loaders and the penny sleeves ready to go. Look at that Pikachu promo card, bro, right there. So there's some cards I give away. I won some of these. AJ gave me a box, and I hit some of these. They're awesome. So pretty cool about these cards. Pretty nice. We'll see. I haven't bought any Pokemon cards in about 2 weeks. Been conserving my money and saving up. And obviously, I bought a lot of GameStop. I tried. But we got to give away this PSA 10 Cleffy boy right here. I did buy this for my own collection, I said. I said I was going to start buying PSA 10 cards and keeping them. But who knows? I don't know if GameStop would give me something for it. Maybe they don't want it. But I have a lot of GameStop cards. I have a lot of cards for GameStop. I just trade them in, give them up. But nah, kid will like that card. All right. Back to the show. Sorry, guys. Thank you. You're going to pick number 4? You want the card number 4? Well, you have to be in person when you see me out there. I was doing a little bit of homework on the economy and the debt crisis and, China versus U.S. and imports and exports. And it's weird the way we look at debt and how China buys it back from us. And then, because I've never seen a country not give itself value for imports. Like the way this administration is viewing value, it's based off of exports. How many things do we ship out, and are they paying a tariff for it, right? And that's not how I view it. I view it the complete opposite. I view it as imports add to the value of the country because those are actual assets. Those are things people buy. So it's a reverse way of thinking. But I have to look at it a certain way because if we're going to keep expanding the debt all the way to the top and we keep printing out money for it, it's kind of like self-serving. I'm waiting for us to actually bite the bullet as an economy and as a people. And I know it's going to be the Great Depression. I get all of that. I do. But it's only the Great Depression for people that are trying to live outside of what other people are doing. Like, can I give you this example? What if we all stop paying? We all just stop paying our mortgage. Everybody. We all don't have the ability to pay our mortgage. What happens? The bank comes, gets it? Okay. What are you going to do with it now? You're going to sell it to me for what? Because the demand's not going to be what you think it's worth. It's going to be even lower. So it's like one of those moments in life where you could stop paying for things, sit on your cash, and wait for all to get corrected, then tell you move out. Oh, okay, I'll move out. I'll go to a 1-bedroom, no problem. But I'm buying that bitch back with the money I got in my bank account. It's happening. We're not Deion Sanders, okay? We're not filing for bankruptcy for our son because our son attacks a security guard in high school, and then we're all wondering why he attacks a damn guy out on the field and gets cut on the team. That's not what we're doing, okay? We're not lying to ourselves. So I'm letting you guys know. Anyway, I'm just talking to talk at this point. I think that was everything. Let me see. Yeah. We're at the ridicule stage right now? Yeah. We're not at the recognize stage yet. I call it the IRR. Ignore, ridicule, recognize. Normachi, what's up, bro? What's going on? I don't know. All right, guys. We're you guys are gonna get a lot of. Okay, let me give you the rundown of the channel real quick, so you guys know what's going on with here on YouTube. You guys are gonna get a lot of smaller videos, shorter videos. You guys know that I've been doing that, cutting them up for you. So I have shorts, I have videos, and I have live streams. I have all three, and they're all rocking. And you get a lot of info in them. Just watch them when you can. I appreciate it. If you can get to TikTok, appreciate that too. Like, repost, help. That's all I'm asking for. A little help that way. I am doing this for a living. I am doing this right now. And I'm going to see how great we can be. I think it's time. I think it's time for people to know what GameStop is. And if I actually put my effort into it, then it'll get where it needs to go. I think GameStop is the greatest investment, period. And I think this week is going to prove that on the numbers. Do I think it's going to generate, this rocket? No. I think momentum, I think time, and execution over time will get you to where you need to be on the rocket. The cash is not being deployed. The markets are not viewing GameStop as growth. They will when they see the revenue increases this quarter, the annualized revenue growth on collectibles because of the PSA graded cards and the selling of PSA graded cards, grading and selling. Power Packs is also going to be added on to that. And it looks like Power Packs is a straight revenue increasing engine. If you're not familiar with powerpacks.gamestop.com, it's a secret website that you guys need to figure out and look at. I think the very misconception is exactly what you just said, Namchi. Namchi wrote right here on TikTok, he says, Roaring Kitty needs to come back. That is a extreme misconception. Roaring Kitty does not fluctuate the value of GameStop, the company, and the price and the bottom line of what they do. I don't see people shopping at GameStop more because of Roaring Kitty. It doesn't work that way. I think they use Roaring Kitty to manipulate the stock market itself and the influx. So my opinion is, although he's a great educator and he has tremendous influence on social media, I will tell you that I don't think that it affects the price the way you think it does. I don't think it's retail moving anything. Retail can't move a stock. I've been doing this for so long in this world. When Nvidia went from $1 billion swing in one day, $300 billion swings, what the hell are we talking about? A GameStop swing of $5 billion, GameStop swing of $10 billion. That's nothing. That's $0 compared to those $1 trillion swings. So don't give me that shit. When Wall Street wants to move, it moves. And that's it. I must have missed something. Did you leave your full-time? Freddie, I'm here, babe. I'm here with you. That's what I can tell you. I'm here with you right now. And that's where I'm going to be. I've been doing full-time YouTube for like the last month now. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm here and I'm posting and I'm doing my thing. You, by far, have the best live streams for earnings. You know how to entertain us and give out truthful information, which is keeping us all positive. That's why you stand out amongst the others. Thank you. Yeah, Aaron, I tell you, that's exactly what I'm doing, Freddie. Told my wife that. I said, hey, I'm betting on me. I said, there's a lot of pressure. Hey, guys, I'm telling you now, it is the most free feeling in the world and the scariest at the same time. To bet on yourself and to try to chase your dreams. Wake up every day with a purpose, with a drive, and manifest it. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know how we're going to do this. I just know I can't do it alone. That's why I ask you guys to like and subscribe and show your love to the crew by telling people about the show, do whatever you can. But I'm a vessel for God. I'm going to let him live through me. So I have no problem with it. That's where I put my faith. So some people never understand. Some people play it safe their whole life. I'm not going to do that. So it's a shot. And if I fail, then that's just what I did. I failed. But at least I tried. I'll never live my life not knowing. I want to embody the message that I give. I love you guys. And I hope you guys know I'm right there with you. Ride or die. Till we hit a wall or we fall off a cliff, I'm thumbing Louise my shit. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. But I'm being very smart about it. You should too. What I do? About $2,000 worth this last 2 months. And I'll keep going. Peace, millionaires. Peace.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz. No advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow. That knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence. Know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all. The wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC or Superposition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.